South Point offers all the types of entertainment you'd expect at a first-class Las Vegas resort. Did you know our 400-seat showroom is one of Las Vegas's top destinations for live entertainment? Enjoy live performances by classic Vegas entertainers, bands, and today's hottest comedians, plus a rock and dance floor. You can also enjoy live entertainment at the Grandview Lounge, where you'll feel all the vibes of old Las Vegas. Enjoy the music, and if you love to laugh, don't miss The Dirty at 12:30, our very own free comedy show, every Friday night at 12:30 a.m. in the Grandview Lounge. The Dirty is 100% free, so arrive early. Go to southpointcasino.com or call the box office at 77136 for today's performances at the showroom and the Grandview Lounge. When you're ready for your favorite cocktail, stop in and unwind at one of our 7 specialty lounges. There's a bar around every corner, because you're in Vegas, baby. South Point Casino has plenty of attractions for the whole family. Catch a movie. Our 16-screen movie theater includes 2 XD Extreme screens for the ultimate in viewing, sound, and luxury. After the show, treat the family to a variety of treats at our old-fashioned ice cream parlor, Kate's Corner. We scoop up a variety of creamy concoctions, including smoothies, hand-dipped cones, milkshakes, malts, sodas, and sundaes. At Kate's, there's something for everyone. And if you still got time to spare, our bowling center might be right up your alley. Voted Best of Las Vegas, it's a great place for friends and family fun. 64 lanes, a pro shop, snack bar, and arcade. And while the kids are bowling, you can play slots and sip on a drink in the Alley Cat Lounge while overlooking the lanes. For our more serious and professional bowlers, the South Point is also home to a separate tournament bowling plaza.
So Jerry Jones has informed head coach Mike McCarthy of the Dallas Cowboys he will not be returning to coach the team. Hey, Jer, mind picking up the phone, calling the Roonies, and let them drop another mic? Boom! And roll the open. I was just regaling everybody how great that joke was at the end, and I made up the mic drop part, and I was hoping my mic wasn't on so you guys wouldn't hear me be like, I just thought of that. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. It's a Playoff Monday noon football episode. It's the 5th day of this magical 5-day run we've been on with football, with college, the CFP, NFL. We got you all covered today. Thanks for watching the show. The program is a mix of sports, comedy, conversation, and some viral videos, plus educated gambling advice. I'm your host, Frank Nicotero, longtime comedian, lifelong sports fan. And on today's episode, Alex and I will be as pumped to do this show as the Commanders announcers were on the Doink last night. So here we go. London Fletcher going crazy. Punch in the air. Look at him. Just 9, 10. So good. Zane Gonzalez. You know, I'm happy for Washington fans. It's been a long time. And what a magical season. They won 4 games last year, won 12 games, 8 over, the biggest ever for the Reds, the Commanders. Damn it, I can't get through a show. I'm grandfathered in. It's fine. I'm going to say San Diego Chargers. They blew a game. Anyway, what a game, ladies and gentlemen. And she has already co-hosted one show this morning with her dad, Kenny White, and they will be here tomorrow and Wednesday as well, doing Sports by the Book. 4-time national champ, sports betting analyst, and president of the Unsalted Saltine Fan Club. It's our own Alex White. Alex White, it's Monday. Woo! Alex just made a record run to run down and punch in and get a drink. I don't know how you did it.
Soda, yeah.
You did it in about 4 minutes. Alex, last night's game, were you watching?
Yes, I was watching. I was actually rooting for the over, so I wanted them to miss. I needed some overtime.
I kept getting to... So here's the thing. I did a show last night. I was at Delirious. I filled in for Don Barnhart, who had a procedure done today, so I had to go down there and do the 7 o'clock. So I was on stage, and it was towards the end of my show, and we're getting ready to close the show, and I hear this roar.
Oh, my God.
And I don't know what it means. Now, when I walked through Hennessy's down on Fremont Street, where Delirious is, there was a bunch of Bills fans. So I'm like, well, I don't know who Bills fans, because I saw all the jerseys. Right. So I had no idea who won the game until I walked off stage. And then those Commanders hit a game-winning field goal.
Yes.
Pretty dramatic game. I saw a lot of the beginning. Jayden Daniels, those fourth downs going for it. Dan Quinn, the one you're like, that was stupid. Then he does it again. They get the touchdown.
Yes.
They go. So you have Dan Quinn and Dan Campbell facing each other. There will be 0 punts. Give me the under on punts right now. Lock it in. That will be my play on Friday. No punts. Is there a bet that I can make no punts?
I think there is, and I think that's a very good bet. He is a young Dan Campbell.
It's crazy. I mean, they're both, and I love that because, my team, which we'll get to later, they lost, and there was a key 4th down and inches early, and they didn't go for it. Right. Again, Mike Tomlin being a wimp. Okay, speaking of that, Chris Sanders, the director of the sports book here at South Point, the man we're all here for because of him hiring us all, he will stop in and offer some insight on all the football over the weekend and maybe talk about tonight's game as well, because we have a game tonight.
Yes, we do.
This is, by the way, NFL. This is unbelievable. You think like, oh my God, all the playoff games are over. Oh no, there's a bonus game. Tonight, Rams and Minnesota in Arizona. Unfortunately, they had to move because of the fires, and it's just great that we'll get to watch one more game. Let's take a look at today's punch menu, ladies and gentlemen. We have so much stuff on Mondays. You know how Mondays are around here. I got to wait for the guy's voice. I just like it.
May I take your order?
Yes, you may. The order today. I'll take a Caitlin Clark jersey in our comedy clip of the day. Hold the bacon. We offer some gambling advice in our daily segment, 1236. And in the Punch Bowl, Derek Henry is a character and Drake blowing big bucks. And then we'll have our little cute dog of the day video. But Alex, let's get right to some breaking videos. Top of show breaking video, ladies and gentlemen. Were you watching the Bills-Broncos game?
I think I watched every game.
You did?
Yes.
No, this is kind of your thing.
Yeah. Since the Penn State Notre Dame, right? Going all the way back to that game.
I'm out. My Penn State ticket's garbage.
Oh, dang it.
It's out. The only one alive right now is Jerry. Jerry has Ohio State. That's
good.
it. No one has Notre Dame.
Makes perfect sense.
Jerry might win. I'm not talking to Jerry for the rest of the day after I caught him trash talking.
He chimed in at Sports by the Book.
On Sports by the Book. Nice, Didn't know I'm always around. I was. I even did that. He goes, oh, not the sad penguin emoji. He was. Yeah, it was funny. Make sure you watch Sports by the Book tomorrow.
Yes.
That's at 9 a.m.
9 a.m. And we will have our updated top 10 NFL, because after tonight's game, we'll have all our adjusted numbers.
Exactly.
Going into the divisional round.
You got to watch Sports by the Book with Alex and her dad, Kenny White, and your grandfather.
Yes.
It was all 3 Whites.
It's the 3rd time, I think, that he's been a guest now
in studio.
It's a lot of fun.
It was tremendous. So you can rewatch that if you go over to Sports by the Book's page on YouTube. You can watch that show. It was tremendous. Top of show breaking video, Buffalo Bills, Denver Broncos. All right, so my Saturday consisted of me. I don't want to brag. And everyone's like, oh, you live in Vegas. Life's a party. I mopped an entire place, and I was excited to do it. Went to Walmart, got my $9 mop. It was amazing. So I had football on. I look up 7-0 Denver like that. The only bet I gave out the Steelers, that last. But my prop bet, I gave out Bo Nix to throw longest completion. Boom, got it in the first quarter. I could relax. And the Buffalo Bills took care of the Broncos. Now, here's what I want to tell you about. Alex, I believe you were here the day there was a heavy-set, shirtless man in Buffalo that asked Nate Burleson for his coat.
Yes.
Remember, it was a fancy red coat with some fur. Well, the guy still has the coat. The guy still wears the coat, and he wears it to the game. And we found video of it. Here we go.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Here's Nate talking about it. There it is. There he is.
Around Buffalo for sure, but really around the world, because everybody's watching the Buffalo Bills and they see the beautiful red jacket. And the letter that I sent him, I told him that jacket could represent the magical touch that they need.
I'm telling you. The dream coat.
He did say that.
Listen, if the Bills win the Super Bowl,
uh-oh,
that jacket needs to be framed in the Hall of Fame.
In the Hall of Fame. Do you think Kent would accept that? And they're doing tours. And then we have a fat guy's jacket right here, ladies. I shouldn't say that. I should say fat guy's coat. Okay, anyway, it was entertaining. I mean, the guy wore the coat, and then there he is on CBS. It was unbelievable.
Well, it's so funny because when we watched the unwrapping and he got the coat,
Yeah.
You said, I'm going to say what everybody's thinking. He's not going to fit in that coat.
he did the Tommy boy.
Yeah, looked at the game, too.
I think, you know what? It could be an inspiring thing for this guy, right? He's like, I want to wear this coat, so I'm going to slim down, and I'm not going to drink 400 beers before a Bills game. I guess he's waiting for the offseason.
Yeah.
I don't think dry January is hitting that guy. Here's the rule, and we talked about it. If your team's in the playoffs, you can continue to drink in January?
I think it's the opposite. If your team gets knocked out, you can continue drinking in January.
Thank you, Alex. Thank you for giving me. Okay, good. So tonight we drink. I've had 3 beers this New Year's. I'm trying to for January. Okay, I'm not counting the whole year, but anyway. All right, so the Buffalo Bills. Look, I'm going to root for the Bills. I'm going to root for the Lions. It's no surprise. Everyone said that would be a dream Super Bowl matchup. I had to point out. Now, there's this guy on the Bills, Mac Hollins, who doesn't wear shoes. Are you aware of this guy? He hates shoes.
Yeah.
Wide receiver. Never wears shoes. No matter how cold it is, when he walks into the stadium, he never has shoes on. So yesterday, this is the outfit of the year right here. It's Yabba Dabba Dope.
Oh, my God.
Am I too old to say dope? Look, he came in as Fred Flintstone.
Yabba dabba do. Have a great day.
Yabba Dabba Do, have a great day. These are the kind of things you need. These are the characters you need on a team to win the Super Bowl. These are the kind of things when they do a 30 for 30 years from now, they'll talk to Mac Hollins and he'll not be wearing shoes. And I'm rooting for Buffalo. What AFC team are you rooting for?
You already know what AFC team I'm rooting for. They're playing Buffalo this weekend, and they are a bad matchup for the Bills. They are. We saw this once this year.
All right, well, we'll get to that.
I'm worried about Buffalo. I mean, honestly, okay, the second half was really good.
Yeah.
But that first half, they really struggled offensively against Denver.
I think there'll be more up for the Ravens. I think you're like, oh, Broncos. But plus, Sean Payton can't beat bald coaches. We showed that stat. He's record against bald coaches. It's a weird stat we showed. But look, the Bills, I like the Bills. 3 hours from Pittsburgh, not in our conference, so I can root for them. I like the Bills.
You can.
The Ravens. We have a clip of Lamar Jackson coming up. Don't worry, you'll see it soon. We have a picture of Lamar Jackson I can show right now. Here's something we're going to call the big bet of the day. We're going to do, we always show these parlay tickets, so we're going to try to highlight these as a little segment. Here's how I'm setting this one up. A guy I have been in the same bathroom twice. Long story. Rapper Drake bet some of his loonies, quite a few loonies, on Lamar Jackson to score an anytime TD. Well, he didn't. Here's the ticket. So right here, Drake loses again. Kendrick Lamar laughing hysterically. He put $200,000 on an anytime Lamar Jackson touchdown. Would have paid out, what's that say, $630,000, because he was plus, what was it? Was it on there? It doesn't matter. Anyway, he could have won big. He didn't. Oh, odds were 3-1?
Yeah.
Thank you. 3-1, so he didn't get it. And that's the only thing Lamar Jackson didn't do in that game, because the run pass option, he just told about. And I saw a post game conference with him, and he's like, "We kept doing it. They weren't hitting any of the gaps. They weren't filling any of the gaps." And it was the Steelers are so badly coached right now, which Chris Andrews will talk about in a minute. But did you enjoy watching the Ravens? Did you think of me at all? Like how miserable I must be?
I did. I felt for Steeler fans in general.
They didn't show up.
I think it's got to be a little better that you kind of saw the down getting into the playoffs, right?
Oh, no. 4 in a row. They backed in, and then they had to go play their arch rival. We wanted the Texans. I don't know if Texans looked really good. Texans were fine. I think Texans knew. I think 70 or 80% of the money was on the Chargers, right?
Ridiculous. It made me, made me nervous. I was like, okay, everybody's sleeper team now. We're in trouble.
I have to give Matt Light, comedian Matt Light, who was on the shows. He took Washington.
I saw his segment.
He's like undefeated on this show.
Washington and Texans. Because we know nobody, and he goes, I do. The Chargers are going to charge her.
I think Matt Light might be 5-0 in his pick. So maybe we'll have Matt Light check in with us again to give out some picks, because the guy's on fire right now. He did have a Steelers money line pick that he told me before the game he pulled back and then got better odds and put less on. But he had like a $500 bet to pay $3,200. I don't know what he did, but oh well.
But the Texans, okay, so defensively, they are really good.
Yeah.
I mean, 4 picks.
Secondary look good, yeah. They were fired up at home. People I didn't give them any respect either. I really didn't.
Yeah.
And C.J. Stroud looked all right. Justin Herbert, wow.
Joe Mixon they got going, and Nico Collins did his thing. It was a weekend of like the wide receiver ones, right? Yeah. We saw Pickens actually got his touchdown. Yeah. We saw McLaurin last night. Mike Evans. So it was like going to your guys. So that kind of talking about tonight.
So that could be a little foreshadowing for tonight when we talk at Picks 12:36. We'll take a look at some anytime touchdowns for sure. Let's get to our comedy clip of the day, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. We haven't seen Caitlin Clark in a while.
No.
Caitlin Clark hasn't been making any headlines, which is sad for us. We will be talking tomorrow. Alex will be back tomorrow, and we're going to talk about, what's the name of the league again?
It is 3-on-3.
3-on-3.
What's it called?
It starts Friday, right?
It starts Friday.
Okay,
yes.
so we're going to talk some women's basketball tomorrow on the show. We got too much football today. But we do have a Caitlin Clark clip. This is hysterical, Alex. You're going to love this. Some guy pulled the best prank ever when he brought his girlfriend's signed Caitlin Clark jersey and hung it on a rack at Target. This is our comedy clip of the day. Watch her face. This is great. So here we go.
What the actual shit? I don't know.
That's cute.
This is mine.
Do you want me to? Oh, you could get the red shorts to go with it.
You did not take this out of my closet.
Is that signed Caitlin Clark?
Fucking phone down.
Is that signed Caitlin Clark?
Why would you bring this out of my closet?
Bro,
Stop! I'm asking you to stop.
You have to get that
It's
and get the
from my
shorts.
closet.
Get the red shorts to go with it.
What if this would have got ruined? This is my most prized
Why are
possession.
you saying me? You think I brought that? You think I
Do you
would
see
bring?
smoke coming from my ears because I'm pissed?
I think I do actually.
Give me this. Go put this in the car.
You think I would bring your signed Caitlin Clark jersey and put it in Target?
You did.
Yeah.
I can't believe you right now. You're paying for all of this.
What?
That's also titled "Every Trip for Frank to Target." That's hysterical. By the way, here, how do you get that out of the store? Because now cameras are like, wait, this guy's walking out with one of our hangers. I don't know.
I felt that pain for her, and that is why she's freaking out.
Yeah.
Because she's like, and she's whispering because she's like, this is gonna look so bad. Now it looks like I'm trying to steal this.
Maybe he went up to one of the managers and they're like, sir, he's like, dude, it's signed Caitlin. You guys aren't selling these at Target.
Yeah.
So I hope that man made it out alive, but then he had to pay for everything. All right, that's the funniest clip right there ever. So we have one more comedy clip. Nobody has found the holy grail of Topps cards. Now I follow Topps. Lot of card breaking. Of course, we're always hoping to hear what, Ann? When cards are opened?
1 of 1.
That was Ann's weakest 1 of 1 ever, ladies and gentlemen. But anyway, the Paul Skeens card that the Pirates have offered 30-year season tickets. No one's found it yet, but it looks like Paul Skeens is getting ready for the season, ladies and gentlemen, because he's doing gymnastics to stay in shape. Here we go. Here he is. Obviously, this is CG or AI. Look at this. I don't know how this is getting scary good, how people are doing this. This was somewhere meant gymnastics. Somehow they put a Paul Skeens body over that. And it's very funny. I don't know if he knows anything about gymnastics, though. What's that? Oh, his girlfriend's a gymnast? What's her name again?
I don't remember.
Libby Dunn? Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for roll call. Let's check in with the chat. Yes, let's see if Jerry's in there talking smack right now. Let's see. Kickoff question was, what was your favorite game of the weekend and why? A lot of choices. You had NFL, CFP, NBA, NHL, Squid, and Beast games. Squid Games, season 2. Anyone watching that? Let me save you some time. Skip it. So disappointing. Beast Games, greatest game show ever. Mr. Beast, it's on Amazon. They're giving away $5 million. He tries to bribe people to get out of the game for like $1 million. They don't take it. It's insane. It's just watch it. It's about 4 episodes in. Highly entertaining Beast Games. Anyway, best game of the week for me was none of them. Alex, did you have a best game? I don't know. Go ahead, say it.
I guess Ohio State, I would say.
Yeah.
Ohio State, Texas.
Yeah, there was some, the college, we haven't even, the college. All right, let's see what we got. Reno Paul, there were 0 good games. It's a blur. JR, Johnny from the ballpark. Buckeyes was the best game, of course, for him. Even though he watched in a hospital room, don't worry, I'm home and improving from pneumonia. My God. But I'm superstitious. Do I need to watch the title game there too? Back to the hospital. I mean, if the Buckeyes don't win, your friends are going to be like, it's because you didn't go to the hospital. Oh my God, JR, we had no idea. Glad to know he's okay.
Yes.
Got the text, by the way, from Gary over at the ballpark. The mass email or the, hey, who's coming back? Are you in?
Yes, I forgot to reply to that.
Alex, the games won't be going if you're not there. So don't worry. I did reply that I would be back. Yes.
On the weekends.
On the weekend, I did write. I go, on the weekends, Gary, if you're watching, it's just tough for me. Nick Sansone, Buckeye game, even though it took a couple years off his life. Is he a Buckeye fan?
Yeah.
Okay, well, he's a Raider fan, too. Okay. Reno Paul, every team to score a touchdown. Oh, Reno Paul gave out some picks last Wednesday.
Yes.
Every team to score a touchdown. It was plus 150, I think, when he gave it out. It ended up going down to about minus 110. So he was sweating when Green Bay hadn't scored yet. He got that. So he's been sweating it. And it's alive tonight. He needs a touchdown from two good offenses.
I like his odds tonight, yeah.
Reno Paul,
that was that too. And I remember after his video, you've picked that one.
Mental note, yeah. I was like, that's a great pick. I couldn't find it where I wanted to bet. I couldn't find it, but he did, and he's all over it. Keith Lyle, there were some good fights on Saturday's UFC Fight Night. After the show, look up Cesar Almeida KO. That guy, how do you say it? Is it Almeida, whatever? Almeida, yeah. There's a couple extra vowels in there I'm not hitting. By the way, I did not see the fight, but I did see him on a plane being asked to get off the plane. He was in the exit row, and he did it very, very like civilly, but I don't know what happened, but he had to be removed from a plane. I don't know if that's an old video. By the way, why are you in an exit row on Southwest if you just won a big UFC fight? It could have been before that. Nick says, let's go Bills. Jay Har says, notice how fast that dude with no shoes was walking. He probably couldn't wait to get inside the locker room and put them back on. The guy doesn't wear shoes. It's very strange. I don't know. Eve Natola, best game of the weekend was the Ravens. Derek Henry throwing guys around. I really should read these before. Evan Natola, it would take $1 million to get me to watch Beast games. I'm telling you, it's entertaining. All right, I can't scroll down because I just can't. There we go. Vince Las Vegas, a nice bounce back win for the Vegas Golden Knights last night. Yeah, they won. I wasn't paying attention.
Yes.
So
they beat the Wild, a very good Minnesota team, and after losing 2, so that was a good bounce back.
Was Fleury in goal?
No, but they did give him a standing ovation.
Oh, okay. I was wondering. Okay, they did. Okay, good. I was wondering because I wanted to see how. Yeah, very good. Okay, well, anyway, Punchies, thank you for watching the show for the first time, and you have yet to click the subscribe button. Please do, and after just 5 minutes, you can then jump in on the fun. All right, it's time for crazy stuff. Here we go. That's crazy. Get the cat out of the bag.
That's crazy.
All right, Alex. We only do this. We only do this segment with you, by the way.
Very good.
No, we used to mix it up, and I'm like, no, it's this Alex. That's crazy. And Lines of the Night for the other guys. Okay, so Alex, what do you have for us?
Okay, we're going to start with last night's game with the Bucs in Tampa Bay.
Okay.
Which I do need to mention that Washington has been very lucky this year because that turnover, that fumble.
Oh, yeah. That was bad. Why are you running a trick play like that, too? Or, a handoff like that? I didn't see it live. Obviously, I watched the highlights afterwards. I was like, that's an odd call when you're trying to grind out the clock.
And they're I don't know, they've had a few instances like that. But regardless, Jayden Daniels is the 6th rookie quarterback all time to lead a fourth quarter comeback in the postseason. And he is the 3rd to do so on the road behind Russell Wilson in 2012.
Who?
And behind Mark Sanchez in 2009.
Mark Sanchez, again, had a couple solid years there. Was supposed to be the franchise guy for the Jets. He wasn't. Yep. This is what I will say about Jayden Daniels, and I got to see the first half. He's a run pass option guy. He had 800 yards rushing. 891, or is that Lamar? I think it was Jayden Daniels, 891. They showed it. Here's my take on this guy. On those 4th down plays, on the 4th down where he got the touchdown after they failed on the 4th down conversion before, he stayed in that pocket, whereas most young quarterbacks, rookie quarterback, would start scrambling, especially a guy who's adept at running. He stayed in the pocket knowing it was going to break and threw it. That, to me, right there is this guy is not a rookie quarterback. Washington, and by the way, full credit to Sean. Creepy Sean's not here today. Sean called this. He said, Jayden Daniels, Rookie of the Year. Washington will make the playoffs. So golf clap to you, Sean. We all snickered and laughed. We're like, yeah, right. We talked about it. And I didn't believe it. This guy's the real deal. Unlike C.J. Stroud, I don't see this guy dropping off his sophomore year as much. I just don't. He's got a great offensive coordinator with Cliff Kingsbury who might leave or might not. But this guy's real. I mean, we saw it during the year, but that in a playoff game on the road, like to stay in on that 4th down and not panic and scramble and just wait and hit him, amazing. So I'm a fan.
Well, and like you said about Dan Quinn, like when your coach trusts in you and goes for it all the time, and that's a rookie quarterback. It's not like Jared Goff,
exactly.
And they built that up. So it is really impressive.
It is impressive. It really is. And the Redskins, what's the line? I think it's 8.5. I don't know what it's about 8.5.
I'll check here. So
please do. Thank you.
8 here.
8. All right, it's 8. They're going to Detroit, who's rested.
Oh, wait. Sorry. It is 8.5.
8.5. Okay. I've said all year, I had the Lions last year winning the Super Bowl. They didn't. I'm a fan of Detroit. I want Detroit Buffalo. I want to see a new team win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
If Washington could somehow get by Detroit, I'm okay with that.
Wow.
I really am. They're just a great team to watch. They're having fun. They got a lot of guys at the skill positions. I like them. Austin Eckler coming back is huge for them.
Yeah.
So
he did have a few good plays.
Yeah, he had that one.
I think it's still a little too soon.
Probably. Yeah.
Especially, I mean, come on. We're forgetting already. Last weekend, it was a huge buildup. The Lions and the Vikings for the number 1.
Right.
They destroyed the Vikings.
They did. Oh no,
so they're on a mission.
It's plus 425. The over's 51.5. Probably a lot of offense in that game. That's going to be I think that's going to be a fun game. Yes. Or the Lions just win 41-9. I don't know. All right, and you have one more that's crazy?
I have one more, which ties up with Jayden Daniels because he did kind of kneel back to set him up for the winning field goal. And Dave Portnoy, of course, Barstool Sports. I just thought it was more crazy because it says 70,000 swing on taking a knee. But he's just playing around 11,000 on this prop bet parlay.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, he lost $300,000 on a parlay, I think, last weekend. The guy's worth like over a couple $100 million. I don't know. So yeah, it's all relative. So when you lose that $20 parlay, that's what that's like for him when he loses $70,000. Let's see here. I can finally scroll down. Beast Games is awesome, says Reno Paul. Ha! Let's see here. Keith Lyle, Evan Natal. The Commanders won 6 games this year with less than 10 seconds left in the game. Even Natal stands for every now and then I like to laugh. What is it again?
Everyone needs.
What? Everyone needs to laugh. That's right. Every now and then.
It sounded like a song.
Every now and then you need to laugh. Mini Dar. Hello, Mini Dar. We're always happy to have you. Daniels had 50-plus college games. Nick, 61. They're both 24. That would not be the same if they would not be the same if they left college early. That is the post of the day, Mini Dar. Good point. Nick's, I knew Nick's was 61 games. Forgot Jayden Daniels started at ASU and then went to LSU. 50 games, yeah, and they're both 24. Wow.
So Michael Penix Jr. loading for next year. Same
exactly.
Situation, right?
Great point, though. I mean, these kids need to stay in school and get nurtured a little bit more. Mini Dar, post of the day. Oh, maybe we should start doing a post of the day. What can we award them?
Ooh.
A star or like a cool badge? We'll think about it. All right, we're going to do it.
That's a good segue for your That's Crazy, too.
Oh, my God, I love Alex. She's so right. Ladies and gentlemen, speaking of college quarterbacks and staying in school, God, it is a perfect segue. Carson Beck announced that he's staying in school. He's dating one of the Cavender girls that play basketball over at Miami. I don't know if you follow them or not. I do. So anyway, he's going to make $4 million in name and likeness licensing. Carson Beck is making $4 million. Now, this is what's crazy. He, what's the thing say there? He's making more. Okay, here we go. It's hard for me to see this one. He's making more than, who's the upper left?
That is CJ Stroud.
CJ Stroud's making $1 million. Bryce Young's making $1 million. Caleb Williams under $1 million. Jayden Daniels $2.5 million. He was the number 1 pick. You combine that, he's making more. You could combine all their salaries. And Carson Beck is making more money, staying in college one more year down at University of Miami to replace Cam Ward, basically. So, I mean, why would you not stay in school?
Jeez. Go to Miami.
And you're going to Miami. It's like you go from Georgia, which is lovely, but you're going to Miami. Your girlfriend plays on the basketball team. She's a superstar on the internet as well. And Miami's a good program. I mean, it
just gets to step right into that really good offense.
Wow. All right. So $4 million to stay one more year in college. But, that'll really motivate him to hit the books more.
Definitely.
Maybe take business classes and learn what to do with that $4 million. All right. The other one I have. Now, I've mentioned this. I don't know if we've ever validated it on the program before. Jordan Love career numbers. Here we go. During Toyotathon, which we all see the commercials. If you watch any football game in December, you're inundated with Toyotathon commercials. Hey, during Toyotathon, 28 touchdowns, only 2 picks. Not during Toyotathon, which would be, I don't know, September, October, November, January, it being January, 29 touchdowns, 28 picks. What is it about Jordan Love and Toyotas? So it's something to monitor throughout his career. NFL, by the way, this is NFL Memes putting that out. I don't know if that's affiliated with the NFL. Probably just someone who wisely took that name. But very, very funny. And this one will be painful. This is from our guy, Josh Dubrow. Is it Dubrow or Dubow? I can't remember. How long it's been is the title. This is the last year every team has won a playoff game. I was shocked to see the longest drought is the Miami Dolphins.
Wow.
Since 2000, 25 years since they've won a playoff game, I could have sworn that they had to have won one. But they have not. And you look at the teams at the bottom. These are you got the Raiders. Raiders are a mess. Who's the Raiders' next head coach? Well, it won't be Mike Vrabel. He's in New England. Jeff had kind of thought he would go to Chicago, but Jeff didn't know that New England game job would open up.
Yeah.
Then you have the Jets and Bears. Then you have the Panthers, Broncos, and Cardinals. Broncos surprising. And then there's my team. Very sad. And then the Falcons. Oh, my goodness. Okay. So anyway, there you go. Congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Monday. So we got to – oh, wait. We'll do the On This Day. I apologize. On This Day, do we have that in? Or no? It was – okay, there we go. On This Day in 1991, Saturday Night Live did their first ever Superfans. That's the Chicago Bears sketch you have at that table. You got Mike Myers, George Wendt from Cheers. You got Robert Smigel on the far left, who was one of the writers. And on the far right, is that Aaron Rodgers, by the way? I don't know, because I think they did it live somewhere for a charity. I don't know if that's him or not. Anyway, there's a guy that really pays tribute to that era of sketches. He's a comedian, a Chicago Bears fan. He's going to be on the program on Wednesday.
What?
Yeah, he's done a lot of songs about the Bears' miserable season. Really funny guy. So we're excited to have him on Wednesday via the video. But what video is the best of the week? Well, it's always the Monday montage, ladies and gentlemen. Drew Dog works hard in his lab over there. Here's highlights from last week's show, Monday montage. Roll it. The beer was cold. And then I didn't want to do this. Give me a final score prediction of the Steeler game. I know you like them with the points and a win.
26-12, Pittsburgh.
Oh, jeez. They're going to hold Lamar to 12 points and everyone's laughing.
He slides for some style points. Now what are they doing now? They're third down, and he takes a digger. Down goes Bud Light. Worse than their stock price last year. Here comes the comeback kid, the silver bullet. And down goes Modelo. He slides into victory.
Today is January 7th.
This is 2025.
And Chris gave me this morning. This isn't, instead of Elf on a Shelf, it's a Yinzer.
I'm watching Yinz. I don't want to be Mr. Nebby or nothing.
Anyway.
Doing no shenanigans.
Don't be. Yikes. Right in the head. Now, does a football hurt that badly? A little bit. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. You don't have any rituals that you do before you go on stage or anything?
I pray a little. I say thank you for every second before I go out.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah. You just said such a nice, sweet thing, and mine, all I was going to say was, well, I make sure I pee before I go out.
I spend 5 days a week at a senior center, and about 90% of the residents have hearing aids. When I walk in the building, they either turn them all the way down or take them out. And they say, well, I hear Joe pretty good.
Joe. I swear to God, if the Steelers are picked and we have to put him sick, so I'm going to die. Steelers. I should have never showed you guys or alerted you guys of that pick. There's still a few. Oh, God. That's Drew Dog. Bravo. Damn you. That pool was so cold. And I did gloat about how great Matt Light's picks were. He was off on that one. I'm holding here, before we get to the day, I'm holding a receipt to Starbucks. That's right here. Jimmy Vaccaro dropped off a gift card for all of us to partake. Regina over at Starbucks goes, oh, she was the most helpful. She goes, oh, you know about if you have the app, you're a Gold Star member of the app. Within 3 hours of purchasing a tea, you can get a free refill.
Oh.
Never knew this for the past year. So I have to show the receipt. I get a free refill. Then I'll bring it back to you so we can keep it with the gift card. Yeah, just write down 30. We still got over $30 in there. Thank you, Jimmy, Vince, and Vinny. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, today's date is January 13th.
This is 2025.
And there are a lot. So I'm going to read a lot.
Oh, great.
There are a lot. See, December, they They cheapened us. They didn't give us a lot of options. We got a lot today. Here we go. One of these is fake. Oh, I forgot to bring in my rubber ducky. National Rubber Ducky Day, National Peach Melba Day, Make Your Dream Come True Day, National Tugboat Day, National Public Radio Broadcasting Day, National Clean Your Desk Day, National Gluten Free Day, Plow Monday, National Sticker Day, National Fourth Graders Day. All right, and Alex, well, you look at all those. Here we go. Clean your desk. Drew Dog says no way. Dream come true. Vince says is fake. Jerry says clean your desk. Buy Steelers. Oh my God. Jerry. Ann, what say you? Ann, your hair looks very lovely. Do we have the Ann Cam that Paul has requested for 2025?
Well, I mean, I could swap this around, but it's too much work.
Okay, you look nice. All right, Ann.
I don't think it's Julia Louis-Dreyfus's birthday.
You're going off the board to birthdays? All right, hold on. Alex?
Public Radio Broadcasting Day.
Well, I think it was hard for you guys because there were so many. None of you were correct.
Wow.
I made up, I can't believe, National Tugboat Day. Now, usually I'm doing something that corresponds to the fake one.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound good. But anyway, Tugboat Day, I made that up. There's no such thing. All else are real. Happy birthday, legitimately, to Seinfeld star and SNL alum Julia Louis-Dreyfus turned 64. She'll celebrate with a chocolate babka. That's for you Seinfeld fans. Also blowing out candles, NHL superstar Connor McDavid is 28 years old. Perhaps he will get a Stanley Cup for his birthday this year.
Yeah.
We put them all, we put them all in the AI machine, ladies and gentlemen. What do we got today? Oh, standby. All right, we can fill time with something else. That's all right. What happened? What? Okay. Well, you don't even have to roll it out. We're going to bring the punch bowl out. We have picks in about 90 seconds. Yeah. We only have a few punch bowls because I knew we were going to be thick with all the discussion. Let's see. Mini Dar, the Falcons' last playoff win hurts. Oh, sorry, Mini Dar. Frank's mouth was agape. Oh, here it is. Okay, there we go. Well, it's Rubber Ducky Day. There's Julia Louis-Dreyfus. What's the kid holding? A glass of wine? What's he got? All right, anyway, and then Connor McDavid. I don't know if you guys know this about NHL teams, but they do have desks on the other side of the glass, right at one of the end of the arena. He's cleaning his desk. He's sending out faxes. He's in the penalty box, the sin bin. Anyway, good one. All right. Happy January 13th. JR, ditto on above. Great job, Drew Dog. Everyone's loving it. Thanks, guys, says Drew. JR, he was tugging his butt. Okay, never mind. Here we go. All right. Well, punch ball. Yeah, go for it. Punch ball. Right?
Right.
We can squeeze one in before we got picks. We only have a few punch.
Oh, good. It's a graphic. Number 7.
Number 7.
Do you
Number
have that
7?
many?
That's not 7. What does that say? Let's talk. Oh, that's a 1.
That's a 1?
I wrote it in haste, Alex. All right, punch bowl 1. What's the graphic? And go. Is there? I don't know. Hold on. Let's talk Texans. Oh, yeah, the scorigami. Did we get that?
Oh.
Don't worry about it. There was a scorigami. Scorigami, Ryan and I started talking about these a year ago. It's a score that never happened in NFL history. Texans victory over the Chargers, 32-12.
Wow.
Had never happened in the history of the NFL. That score has never happened. Someone started a website called Scorigami. And what did you think of the Chargers game? Did you watch any of it? Sorry, I'm blowing up.
I just watched the box score.
You just watched the box score. Yeah, it was Justin Herbert. He's taken all the blame. It was a bad game. My question to you, Alex, on that slip of paper was?
Let's talk Texans.
Well, why don't we talk Texans? We'll get to that in picks at 12:36. Right now, we're going to combine the bowl with picks. It's crazy madness on a Monday. What is the Texans line?
It is 8.
It's 8 points at KC, right?
Yes.
8 points. These bye weeks, these teams getting to rest and really prepare and get. I just think that makes these lines big, right?
Well, and it's Andy Reid, and we've seen him do this before with this team, so we know. Man. I'm not too worried about the rest factor.
Right. Oh no, his record off the bye week, that was always something that people have talked about for years, even when he was in Philly. He's amazing. Looking right now, I would think KC is the bet.
Me too. I mean, they've got Hollywood Brown back. They've got Hopkins. He's finally got his full offense.
Will Taylor be at the game?
Yes.
She will?
I don't know.
We're not sure, but she probably will be. All right, picks at 12:36. Alex, what do you have for us today?
So I'm going with hockey, and then we can kind of talk about the game tonight. We were going to throw out and maybe pick a anytime touchdown score.
Okay, yeah.
If we liked somebody there.
We'll do that.
Hockey tonight, Florida Panthers, Philadelphia Flyers. I'm going over 6. I should probably make sure that did not move up.
Okay.
So let me double check that.
Sure.
But that is one of the bets I gave out today on the show. It is still 6 everywhere, so we're going over 6. These two have already played each other. Both those games did go over 6. Panthers are 9th in goals for and tied for 17th in goals against, giving up an average of 3.07. And then the Flyers are 30th in goals allowed, 3.47. So Florida's kind of been a little bit up and down, inconsistent.
Yeah, the Penguins beat them, for God's sakes, last week.
They gave up 4 to the Penguins, right? It was 4-3.
Yeah.
So they need to get it together, and I think this will be an easy matchup for them to get back on track.
And speaking of hockey and picks last week, when you were here last Tuesday, I took the Penguins, you took the over.
Yes.
Penguins are up 3-1 late. Yeah. I'm like, okay, I'm going to win this game. Alex is then 3-2, then 3-3, then overtime 4-3. So I'm like, wait, Alex won, I lost, but I'd rather you win. Even if the Penguins had to lose, I'd rather your pick be solid. But all right, what else do you have today?
That's it,
okay.
really.
Well, let's talk anytime touchdown real quick. Who do you like anytime touchdown tonight in the Rams-Vikings game?
Okay, so I wanted to go down the board a little because Kyren Williams is minus 145.
By the way, Kyren Williams, did he have a big year this year? Oh, yeah, he did. That helped me win a fantasy championship.
7th most rushing yards in the league. Yes, he did very well for them. But
yeah, he was great.
And then Jefferson's also, you have to lay a price minus 120. So looking down the board, I'm very intrigued and might just put a little bit on Cooper Kupp here at plus 175.
All right.
Just because he hasn't been the number one. I know it's Puka Nacua, but Matthew Stafford and him have a very good connection, and we see that.
Big game. You feel like he's going to go to his old reliable guy.
But then also Hawkinson is plus 210, so maybe that one.
I like both of those, and I'm going to throw Jordan Addison in there.
Jordan Addison plus 150.
Plus 150. Jordan Addison, who went to Pitt. When they talk about him on the game, they go, the receiver out of USC. No, he played at Pitt for 3 years. 2 or 3 years. He went to USC for 1 year, and he went to Courtney's High School in Baltimore or Frederick, Maryland. So I like Jordan Addison. This guy would be a legit number one on any other team without Jefferson.
Yes,
he's a great receiver. So I'm gonna take him. So yeah, I like that. That's my. Oh, and was that all your picks?
That's
right?
all. Me.
I have. It's my chucker bet, Vince. I'm doing the chucker. You're telling me that Jeff even mentioned my chucker bet.
He did for the Tampa Bay Washington game.
Which I did not. That was not. My pick was Bo Nix, and it hit in the first quarter when he had that long touchdown. I looked at both. Now, this is exceptionally high. They're usually in the low 30s, mid 30s. Sam Darnold is 38.5 because he's got Jefferson and he's got Addison and Hawkinson and Aaron Jones out of the backfield. Take 38.5 over on a completion, longest completion for Sam Darnold. And why not? This is going to be a good game. Take Matt Stafford. He's 35.5, I believe. Yeah, 35.5 Matt Stafford. He could hit Nacua on a little slant or Cooper on the same little crossing pattern. Boom, they'll bust it for 40. I like both. I can't wait for this game tonight. I get to watch the whole game. I'm not doing a show tonight. So enjoy the football. And Chris Andrews is here, ladies and gentlemen. I don't mean to give you such a downer intro, Chris. The reason I'm down is Alex bring it. Alex and I made a bet. Chris, please don't disown me. Don't take my Pittsburgh pass away. I lost the bet to Alex.
He's supposed to actually wear this jersey.
There's no way I'm going to fit that. I don't want to stretch that out. I go, Alex, I can't wear that jersey. She goes, no, it's real stretchy. I'm not stretching out. Let me see it. There's no way this is going to fit me. Should I try to put it on?
Yeah.
What's that, an extra small? It's not too big, but geez.
It's just a girl small.
Oh.
Oh no! Oh. Is he gonna get his Pittsburgh card taken? This
looks sad and pathetic. Oh God! Hello. Oh God! I know there's friends of mine calling me already.
Is Drew Dog here? Do not put this on the Monday montage.
That's from the boss, right there. All right.
No, actually, maybe we should.
All right. I lost a bet. Here, I'll give him a clean edit. Hey, it's time for the Monday montage. I lost. Ugh. Okay.
I had a real good friend from Cincinnati. This is a couple years ago when the Pirates were still a good team.
God.
Yeah. So I had to take a picture of myself wearing a Cincinnati Reds hat, when they, lost, I think 3-0. We said if either team loses 3-0. So I had to send pictures of myself. They might have been on Facebook or something like that. Me wearing a Cincinnati Reds hat.
Oh, my God. By the way, Reno Paul, I knew this wouldn't take long. I just deleted Frank's number. And Nick Sansone, this is fantastic. It is not. Oh, my God. Okay.
How are you going to get out of that thing?
We're gonna have to. It's gonna be a cutoff. We got to cut it off.
I got scissors in the back.
We got scissors. I got scissors.
Absolutely not.
All right. Do I have to see myself on the screen? Can we just not have me be seen?
Are we talking
Why
about
am I doing this?
Are we talking about Tom?
Well, real quick, I have a Lamar Jackson clip here. Just real quick. It's a multiple choice question. You both can play. No, not full screen! And just went full screen on me. Hold on. No, I'm not taking a photo of this. Okay. So the Ravens won, and Lamar Jackson compared Derek Henry to a cartoon character. Alex, who did he compare him to? A, Lightning McQueen. B, the Incredible Hulk. C, Thomas the Train.
A, Lightning McQueen.
How are you so confident on this? Did you see the clip?
When I think of Derek Henry, that's who I think of.
All right, roll this damn clip.
Is that right?
Damn it.
What's it like?
Damn it.
When you're on the field seeing?
I can't see it. All I see is me. Oh, there it is.
Like a movie clip. You know, when I'm gonna give Cars. You watch the movie Cars? You're a little bit too old to watch Cars, but anyway, for kids, I was a kid when I watched kids. I was a kid when I watched Cars. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. All
right. When Lightning McQueen just flashing past, and then it's like,
woo! I got it right.
That's how Derek looked. He was running past, and all those guys just it looked like a movie, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you, but I'd rather be watching it than being on the ball. I know that.
Jerry just made the list again today. He just wrote, "Love to see it. F the Steelers," in front of Chris Andrews.
Oh man,
Jerry, it was nice knowing you, buddy. All right, Chris. Yeah. Chris, you have some notes you took down. I stopped into your office before the show.
I do have some notes. Before I do that, have you seen Derek Henry's stiff arm of Minkah Fitzpatrick?
I saw it live, and I said, this will be a meme any second now.
All over
it
the
wasn't
place.
as bad as that one he did a couple years ago. I can't remember the guy who it was when he was on Tennessee.
This one was bad.
Minkah, who made the Pro Bowl in the biggest joke I've ever seen. You want to talk about reputation and getting a nod to the Pro Bowl? He did not have a
good year.
He did not. He was invisible all year. All right. So anyway, Chris, you kind of
had a couple of things.
Please.
And I tweeted this out yesterday. You retweeted it.
Yeah.
And I said, I don't know if Mike Tomlin's lost the locker room. I kind of don't think he has.
Yeah.
And he hasn't lost the Roonies, evidently. But he has lost the city.
Absolutely.
I mean, you know, you still have a bunch of friends back there. I have a bunch of friends. Not one of my friends, not one, is in support of Tomlin. Not one. And everybody that I knew of lacked so much enthusiasm watching the game, before the game.
Yeah.
Well, certainly after the game, too. You know, but that's where, and I always said that, and Pittsburgh is a lot different than a lot of other cities. We're seeing shades of it now in like Detroit and Buffalo. But the Steelers, who are obviously named after the steel industry,
right?
Like when that was going to hell, like in the late 60s, early 70s, what was happening with the Steelers? They rose, won 4 championships. It means so much.
Gave the city pride, for sure.
It means so much to that city. As much as we love the Pirates, we love the Penguins, you know. But the Steelers gave us an identity that has lasted 50-some years, you know. And then this year, they just and you know, up until 4 or 5 weeks ago, they hadn't lost it. But now
10-3, everyone was on board.
Yeah,
but
now
then they didn't score over 17 points in any of the 5 games. Tomlin has just been blown out in these games, especially the first quarter.
His last 6 playoff games. You know, down 28-0, like it's not. We're not 21-0 here.
Yeah, you
know, that was a better performance than some of the other ones. But that's where he's lost the city, and I think that's where, you know, some changes need to be made. Do you fire Tomlin? I don't think there'd be an uproar from Pittsburgh people if they did.
We've seen it's the same movie we've seen, and we talked. It's just the same. I'm too smart for everybody else. I'm not gonna adapt to high-scoring offense or create. I'm just going to try to run the ball and win on defense. Highest paid defense in the league, and they just got trucked. 300 yards. 299 yards rushing for Baltimore.
Couldn't run the ball at all.
No,
either,
well, same play calls.
Another thing of you know, the Pittsburgh teams, and really we go back to those Super Bowls. The first one, it was run Franco, and then Rocky too. You know, and great defense. This was not a hallmark of this team. And some guys were saying, well, he has a poor team around him. You know, he's instrumental in building those teams. He's been there 18 years, and I'm certain that he has a voice in the draft room or free agency or whatever. But, you know, I talked about this. Okay, a couple things. First, not one coach that he's ever hired has been in demand.
His coaching tree has no leaves.
No leaves. So that's a poor job there on his part.
Yeah.
The other one you and I talked about before the show, he has not. Well, first of all, he inherited Ben Roethlisberger.
Right.
But after that, he has done nothing to have a day when, because of course, like all athletes, the day comes when you can't play anymore.
Yeah.
He did nothing to plan for that. Drafted Mason Rudolph, who I liked as a backup, but Roethlisberger didn't like him, didn't help him.
He hated that pick.
He hated him.
He was pissed.
And Tomlin acquiesced to Roethlisberger's pettiness and never made him kind of get on board with it. So here's some of the other teams that I said that had made plans with great quarterbacks.
Yeah, this is interesting.
Okay. The Packers, they went from Favre.
Yeah.
They drafted Rodgers, sat him on the bench for a couple years. Drafted Love, did the exact same thing.
They're in good shape.
Okay. Kansas City had Alex Smith, pretty darn good quarterback. Drafted Mahomes, let him sit for a year, brought him in. You see where they
see
are
what
right
he's done.
now.
Yeah.
Right now. And who are they? Okay, the Colts. Don't forget, they had Manning. I mean, they had him. I mean, he was injured and all that. But then they drafted Andrew Luck. Now, I know Andrew got hurt, but I mean, he would have been one of the great quarterbacks of all time. So they had a plan. Philly went from Wentz. I mean, and I know it's easy to knock him
Jalen Hurts,
but he was probably on his way to an MVP season
when he got hurt. Yeah,
right. When they drafted Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
I kind of made a joke about this. The Falcons, they signed Cousins. They already drafted
before he took a snap.
Before he took a snap, they had a plan in place. And of course, the Rams went from Jared Goff, took him to a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe his play was dropping off under that system or whatever, and went for Matthew Stafford.
The best trade in NFL history for two teams.
Because I mean, Goff. Would anybody be surprised if he won a Super Bowl this year? Absolutely no.
No, exactly.
So these teams. Oh, and one more I had written down. The Cowboys had Tony Romo, pretty darn good quarterback.
Yeah.
Drafted Dak Prescott, and he took over the team. So all these teams have had these. Replacements
contingency
in mind.
plans. Yeah, exactly.
And the Steelers have done nothing. We were talking about, they had Mason Rudolph, who's I like him as a backup.
Solid too.
And Doc Hodges. These were your guys.
Who's dating Lainey Wilson, country music superstar,
Is he really?
right?
Okay, good for Doc.
She wears his jersey on stage. Everyone's like, who the hell's Hodges? Don't you remember those magical 3 games?
Yeah. So I mean, I think all this does fall on Tomlin, and and who's it? Art Rooney the third.
Second or third. He was a lawyer. He didn't grow up in it like Dan Rooney.
Dan Rooney, and then of course Art, the old man.
Sure.
I mean, this was their life. And all that means something. I mean, as a Steeler fan, and whatever years I have left, I hope they get back up. You got to put a contender on the field every single year. I mean, that's the mantra.
Well, the system's set up for that too in the NFL, right? You can go from worst
You're
to
not going to win a
first.
Super Bowl every year.
No,
even the great Steeler team.
Sure.
We have 6 Super Bowl rings. God bless. You're not going to win one every year. But you have to put a contender on every. Or if you're not going to have a contender, you have to have a method to become a contender.
Yeah, it just seems he's stuck in plans. By the way. Reno Paul, as he said, you can take the jersey off now. Mini Dar brings up the point I mentioned to Alex and Chris. He didn't go for it on 4th down in less than an inch.
What the hell was that?
That to me right there was like, oh God, don't. And then you watch a team like the Ravens with Mark Andrews just plowing forward. Then you watch the Eagles. Every team can. If you can't get that 1 foot. That's showing no confidence in anybody.
This is like we're going back to the 1980s, where then you'd have to, no coaches went for it. 4th and an inch,
no one.
On the opponent's 35, they're punting to maybe put it at the 20.
Coffin corner.
I mean, it was ridiculous. But now coaches understand the value of ball possession. They want to go, and your team, most of the time could get an inch. And if you don't, time for the defense to suck it up and play some defense.
Yeah.
And that was bad. I mean, that was like, you knew you were not going to stop Lamar. You had to at least give yourself a chance to outscore.
It was ridiculous. Joey B, who we love, Rex Ryan would be a good fit in Pittsburgh. I don't know about that. I like Rex Ryan a lot.
He's great on TV.
He's great on TV.
I want him coaching.
Alex, any ideas for Pittsburgh if we got rid of Tomlin?
Oh, I don't know.
Ben Johnson's the only guy.
I was hoping for Vrabel.
Vrabel?
I think Vrabel would have been great.
I mentioned that to Alex last week that he was drafted by the Steelers.
Vrabel would have been great.
What about Aaron Glenn?
Aaron Glenn, defense.
Aaron Glenn is possible. Yeah,
he's
done a hell of a job.
Let's see here. Oh, God. JR.
Are you surprised with Dallas and Mike McCarthy finally?
Not that much, no.
Okay, I can't take the jury.
I'm happy. It's like
I should
they
start
just did not work together, right? Would you want Mike McCarthy there?
McCarthy to the Saints is Joey B. McCarthy to the Saints. Might not be a bad fit.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, he's a pitcher. JR has a serious question for Alex. So it doesn't get lost. Okay, here we go. Second question for Alex. When you like an NHL over, would you play 5.5 at -128 or stick with over 6 at -110? What do you think of that? Any quick take on that?
I mean, I really like always getting that 5.5.
Right. So you got to lay a little more juice at -128, asks JR.
I think I'd agree with Alex on that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Seems like it's worth more than 18 cents.
Yeah.
Okay. And keep up with Alex at Alex White. Yeah, Chris, anything else on that? Or do you want to talk about tonight real quick? Everyone will be here watching that game. That should be a big game, right?
Should be a good game. We have the showroom open tonight.
Oh, they do?
If you
Nice.
haven't been to the showroom.
The showroom is unbelievable. It's packed. Drinks are cheap. Beers are like $2. You can win money every quarter. You're giving away swag.
It's the best TV in town,
It
too.
really is. Come down to the South Point. It's free admission, and you can win stuff.
And Andrew Binder for putting that tea together, and our buddy Mike Limonati. I mean, runs a great room. Mike will be the guy in the cowboy shirt. He doesn't sell his soul like wearing a Raven shirt.
Now, wait a second. I lost about... Oh, God. This is... Please do not keep the cameras rolling after the show.
No, I don't want to see your bare chest.
Not again.
No.
Okay. Alex, we should do it real quick. We got time. Chris can help out. All right, we got all the playoff teams in the sack right here. Do you want to put, what do we want to do? The strongest team still left in the playoffs. What do you think?
Yeah.
All right, we got all the playoff teams in here. We're going to pick six. Pick six, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go.
All right, I'll let you two. I'll just pick out the helmets. You two decide.
Real quick, B-Town dummy. Frank stuffed in that 8 jersey looks like the old Mad Magazine fold-in when he leans forward a bit. Yeah, there it is. Okay, thanks, Christian. Christian, how'd the Seahawks do
Somebody
this year?
remember the old Mad Magazine?
Well, he's my age.
What is your viewers,
he's
Frankie?
he's one of my best friends. Frank, don't adjust that jersey and then not mention my post. I mentioned it, Christian. Shut up. Hearing the TV's the best in town, just make sure Frank and his golf club is nowhere near it.
Oh, that's a good one.
Good one, Johnny. Johnny from the ballpark. We got to have Johnny back on. All right, what do you got? What do we have? Kansas City Chiefs?
Kansas City.
I'm not putting them at number 1. I would not put them at 1. Well, Chris is shaking his head, too.
I put them
1 through 6. Where do you think?
4.
Oh, put it at 4. Let's do it.
In front of me. Okay.
Oh, in front of you. There we go.
All right, that's 4.
Is that what you mean, Ann?
4 or 3.
Okay.
Do you guys want to compromise, or we're going with 4?
I like 4. I'm so tired of the Chiefs.
Texans.
6.
Yeah. This is working out, Alex.
Yeah, but last time I tried to put KC behind.
What do you got?
1.
Rams. 5?
5. Yeah.
5? All right. Do you want to pick all 6?
All right, we need 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, go for it.
Go ahead.
Okay, I'll pick it. All right. I can't pick this team. Okay, here we go. Best team. Oh, Vikings. I would have. I got to put them 3, I guess.
I guess we got to put them 3.
We have to put them 3.
Wait.
We can't rearrange it. We're locked in.
No, we're locked in.
We're locked in.
Okay.
5, 6.
I would have had Kansas City 5.
I know.
Wait, how many teams are left?
We got 2 more. We're just picking 6. We do pick 6.
Because we're only going. We're not counting the 2 teams that aren't playing.
They're in here. They could be.
I'll put them.
I'm gonna put them 3.
Okay.
Who do you have? She's not happy. Commanders? Baltimore. Okay. That's good.
1.
Chris! E2 Brute.
You guys are both in trouble. You're wearing
At 2.
a jersey.
What is it, Christian? Number 2 is not bad. Philadelphia Eagles.
Wow.
Yeah, 2.
I would have put them 1. I like them better. Yeah, you know, Alex.
I think that's pretty dang good.
Yeah.
Well,
I would switch Kansas City and Minnesota, but can't do it now.
Yeah,
Can't do it.
I would.
It's live. We do it live. Chris, so you're going to be watching the game. We got the game here, obviously, in the sports book. How's the handle? A lot of action coming in on the game.
Good action tonight. We've had a great weekend. You know.
Let me ask you a question. Was the line affected by the move to Arizona since it's not a game, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you have to take that consideration. I saw
about 1.5, yeah.
About 1.5. And I want to say the Arizona Cardinals really stepped up. The owner of Bidwell's sent 2 team planes for the Cardinals to LA to pick up families. There were dogs on the flight which doesn't seem to make sense. And then the Staffords, Matt and his wife, chartered 2 buses for season ticket holders for free to take them, and then after the game, take them back.
There's a lot of people stepping up, and they deserve a lot.
You have to. And by the way, you got to go to the Red Cross.
What's her name?
Who's that?
Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift.
Oh.
$10 million.
Did she really?
Yeah, her boyfriend Kelsey, $1 million.
Wow, he must be like, oh, you're giving 10?
Yeah. Well, you don't make the money.
No one makes Taylor money.
Beyonce
helped out
throw
too.
in 10. I mean, that's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money.
I don't care who you are.
And if you can donate to help out anybody in California, redcross.org is by far the best way.
By the way,
to go.
we talked to some friends of ours.
Yeah.
I think Al McMorty's doing okay. He's
Big
in
Al,
Brentwood.
My cousin had smoke he could see in Calabasas.
Really?
He was on the evac notice. Yeah, Greg. Yeah. He was on evac notice. They didn't have to evacuate, but
Dave Damashek, he's okay. At least when we talk to him, I mean, it's an ongoing thing. So
All right, let's wrap up the show with our dog of the day. Kenny White's passing today. No dog of the day. Just enjoy the NFL game. But we have our dog of the day. What do we have today? I can't remember. Oh, this dog. Oh, he plays with he's friends with. Is that a goose? What is that? Or a swan? Have you ever seen a dog? He's not hurting them. It's what is that, Ann? Okay, it looks like a swan. All right.
Oh my gosh. How funny. Last week we had the dog with the dolphin, too.
Can I get this off? This is a bad idea. Nope, we're not doing it. Nope, we're not doing it. We're doing it off camera. There's a little, then another dog comes in, plays with the goose. There you go, whatever the bird is. Chat room, thank you. Punchies, you're outstanding. We'll be back tomorrow with Alex. Alex will be back here Tuesday through January. You're here on Mondays and Tuesdays. Wednesday, we have the Chicago Bears guy and a special mystery guest. What does that mean? On Wednesday. Well, but I want to have someone else too. I want someone, a co-pilot. It's a surprise who it is. Thursday, Matt Neverett will be here, and Friday, Jeff Parles. So it's going to be a good week. Make sure you watch Sports by the Book with Kenny and Alex tomorrow. What a great show. Go back and watch today's with their grandfather. 3 generations of whites picking games. Any closing words, Chris?
No, just have fun. I mean, come down
to the South
sports book or the showroom.
You got props right here. You can do
a lot of props, and it should be a great game tonight.
That should be.
Have a great week this week with football all week. And
all right, Alex, thank you very much as always. I'm going to give this jersey back at some point. I don't know how I'm getting this off. Do we have?
Scissors.
We'll figure it out. No scissors. All right. Thanks for watching Punchlines. Line stands for live in Nevada every show.